What's up, beekeepers? Thank you for joining us. I'm Key.
And I'm Bex.
And as you see, we got matching PJs.
Yes,
you know what that means? Story time.
Story time.
All right, so this time, we just made a year and a half, right? And we took a little trip to Austin, the old stomping grounds.
Yes.
Yeah, it was exciting for me to get back into Austin. She don't really like Austin like that, so.
Okay, honestly, I only went because his barber is in Austin. Yeah. Q, shout out.
No cap, no cap.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
All right, so what day did we even leave?
Okay, so originally we planned this trip for Wednesday to Saturday. But your boy made surprise plans because he was off on Monday and figured it would be easier to drive to Austin on Monday. So we ended up actually leaving on Monday.
Yes. FYI, I had to work every day. And we probably shouldn't have did that.
We shouldn't have done that.
But we did anyways. So again, I surprised her with a nice hotel that I knew she loved when we were like looking at hotels originally, but it was kind of a bit of our price range. But I decided, hey, she's worth it, so I'm gonna pay for it anyways. So we left on a Monday.
So like the drive there, we're about to make the right onto another freeway, and this car comes zooming in the lane next to us and like cuts us off to turn, not in a turning lane, bro. Like, and you heard the car's wheels like screeching, and then they're like driving super fast down. I'm like, what's going on? The next thing we know,
I was like, gotta be police chase.
Bro, for sure. We see a cop car like chasing after this car. And then I guess like going a little bit further down, they like stopped. But what it seemed like was they had something in the car and they wanted to get to grass so they could like throw it out the window.
Yeah.
And then they stopped for the cop car.
For sure. Super sketchy. For
sure.
Super sketchy.
But it was something interesting for the drive, because other than that, it was pretty like boring. I mean, we listened to music and did the normal things that you do on the drive.
It wasn't boring. We had some nice conversations. We're not going to get into details. But we had some nice conversations.
But I mean, like, there was nothing eventful. Like, we didn't see a UFO or anything. There was nothing to write home about.
So we got to Austin.
This is where I finally found out the hotel. I'm like, what? We're staying here? There's no way. So he goes in to check in, and they basically offered him an upgrade for our room. And I'm like, oh, that's lit. So we go inside, and we have some videos of the hotel. It is mad nice. Like, probably one of the nicer hotels that we've been to.
Yeah,
and I loved it. I loved it. And I wish that we weren't in this whole COVID-19 thing going on, because we could have enjoyed a lot more that they had to offer at that hotel. But still, I think that it was worth it because it was super, super nice.
Yeah. Hey, first night, in Austin, gotta call my boy Q. You know what I'm saying? Had to get the haircut.
I don't know who was more excited about this haircut, him or me.
She was for sure more excited. She was like, so we calling Q today? I was like, yes, he's on the way. She was super excited. It was like,
so excited.
For
but
sure.
honestly, like midway, I got some footage of him getting his haircut, but I was in a competition on Smule, and so I had to leave, and I was literally in the back stairway singing in the stairway. I was like, I just hope nobody walks by or like walks in or comes down the stairs. That'll be super awkward. I'm just like singing into my phone.
I didn't really know where you went, to be honest with you. You didn't really like say anything. She like dipped, like got the keys and like dipped, like the car keys and like dipped. I was like,
because at first I was gonna go in the car, but I know like recording in the car, it gives you a weird sound. So I was like, I need somewhere that's like a little bit more open space. So I decided on, as soon as I saw the door to the stairway, I was like, oh, that's perfect. I can go in there.
For sure. As you can see, your boy was fresh. Super fresh, you know what I'm saying? Q did me right. Q always do me right. Ain't no problems for Q. He got me for the low. You feel me? Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, so that was pretty much day one. Day two, he had to work that morning, obviously, because he's a teacher, so he was working.
Again, after class, there will be something in your Google Classroom under Module 1 that's going to be asking you to submit your 1.1 notes. Thank you. I know that we have 3 minutes left for class, but I am going to dismiss y'all.
And once he had a break in between his classes, we went to go and get food. We went to Panera, but Panera... Guys, so we couldn't get Panera because they don't have what I eat, and low-key upset about it. They haven't been having it for months, I guess, Corona. Shaking my head, bro. I've been going there for the past like couple months, and they haven't had their chicken tortellini pasta.
So one dish.
That's the only dish that I eat from there.
Dish.
So I'm like, I legit was like, yeah, I can't eat here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go somewhere else. So originally we said we were gonna try a new burger spot for dinner, but we ended up bumping that up to lunch.
Right.
And we decided on this place called Muya.
Yeah, like she loved burgers, as y'all know. So, you know, anywhere we go, I try to find like a burger place, you know what I mean? A new burger place. So Muya. Burger place. Actually, it was pretty good. No cap. Like me, I'm a big eater, so you know I'll be getting like the bacon. They got the triple. I'm gonna get the triple. You feel me? And a milkshake. Fat boy.
After that, we went to, like, once he got off work, we ended up going to the movies. And is that the night? I think that's the night that we wore our matching hoodies.
We did.
Oh my gosh, we like love those hoodies, guys.
Yeah,
by the way,
okay.
Walmart is the plug.
Hey, I won't go tell him what we got.
No. Yeah. I'm literally gonna put you guys
it.
on. Walmart be having some fire stuff, no cap. But yeah, we went to go see Words on the Bathroom Walls, which I thought was super dope. It got into like the mindset of people who go through schizophrenia, and I think that it was a really good eye-opening movie.
It was. I thought it was gonna be like all dramatic and you know me crying and stuff, but actually it was really, really good. Like really, really good. Like I was very surprised about the movie. That was day 2. That kind of ended. I think the next day we had to check out. But again, I'm at work, so we literally had like a 1 hour gap to go from one hotel to the next hotel, which was like probably 15 minutes away. So
this is the original hotel that we booked. We had looked at all these pictures. I was like, this hotel's gonna be fire. I'm excited. La Quinta.
Yikes, then.
So we get there, and mind you, before we get there, we called to see if we could check in early. The guy was super nice. He asked for like a Diet Coke, so we went and got him a Diet Coke before coming, and it was like a super nice interaction with him.
Right.
And he also offered to upgrade our room.
Super nice dude.
Super nice. Yeah. So we're thinking, oh, we're so excited. We get up to the room, guys.
Real
garbage. Poo-poo.
Probably one of the worst hotels we've ever been to. Like, they are the definition of catfishing, because they literally had these pictures online making it look like they were a newly built, not even newly built, but like newly renovated place where it was super nice, and we were thinking we were gonna get, you know, a bang for our buck.
Horrible.
Terrible. So
like the floor was like unleveled, the bathroom was trash. I think it was some doggy treats left in there, but it was trash, no cap. She was like, I
was like, it's okay.
Yeah, we was trying to figure out like, dang, because again, I only got a window before I have to check back in and teach another class. So, you know, we're borderline stretching it. And I know that we was not going to stay there, but the thing was, we already had booked it, we paid for it, and so the problem was to find a new hotel within like a 45-minute gap, and a nice one. We didn't want to just go to anyone. We was really gonna try to take our time, but no
cap. I called my mom in this process.
Yeah.
Like, we had narrowed it down to 2 hotels. I can't remember the other one. It was like a Marriott or a Holiday. And it was one of the really nice ones too. And my mom had said, you know, I stayed at one of those before. They're really nice. And we had decided on it. And then we drove close to it. And then I was like, we went to the wrong hotel, but I thought it was the one. And I was like, this does not look like it's going to be nice. So we immediately shift gears and was like, okay, we're going to go to that other hotel, the Courtyard.
Sure, thank God.
And we were like rushing to get there.
For sure.
So we get there and check-in and everything. He makes it just on time to like get to his class. And I, as someone who is like very observant, went through the room and started looking at stuff. The shower was one for disabilities, and they had some stains on the floor and on the different couches and stuff. So I went and
I'm remembering that.
Yeah.
She did not like it.
At all. So I went the first time to tell them about the bathroom, and she said, okay, well, we don't really have another suite like the one that you're in. And I'm like, dang, well, I kind of like it. So then once I saw these stains and stuff, I went back, and when I went back, there was another lady there. She said, honestly, it might not be in the system yet. Let me just go look. She went and looked.
Did we go to the second floor?
Another room. I don't think so. I think it was the
It's still the first
floor.
Oh, it's the fifth floor. Okay. I just know that we changed floors.
Yeah, we did. We were on the first floor to begin with. Yeah. And then maybe it was the third floor. I think it was the third.
It could be. It could very much be. I'm just trying to teach a class. I'm literally like walking around, like moving one room. Like, hold on, students. Just log into Google Classroom and check your homework. Like as I'm walking around the hotel, like I'm on video on my computer like this, walking around in the elevator. I know kids are like, what is he doing? Like,
what's going on?
It was funny. So once we got in there, I just stayed in the living room while she like did her thing. Cause I got like 2 back-to-back classes. So yeah, she did her thing. I think we fell in love with that one.
Yeah, so this one was mad dope, yo. Like, it was a 2-bedroom style. So the first, when you walk through the door, it's like the living area. Right. There's a TV in there, mini fridge, some like counter space, and then you walk in and it's a bed with another TV, a really nice mirror, a really nice bathroom, and I think they also had a balcony in there, and it was just a super nice hotel. Probably one of my top 3 hotels I've ever been to.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Definitely like one of the nicest ones I've been to.
Yeah, for sure. It was super dope. And was that our anniversary or was it the next day?
No, our anniversary was the next day.
Was that the next day? Oh, okay. So this day we got her favorite restaurant when we go to Austin. Gotta get the K-Bop.
K-Bop!
Gotta get the K-Bop.
Yo, shout out to you guys. Every time I go to Austin, I always get K-Bop.
They fire.
I put him on.
She did. I will admit. And I will, every time I go to Austin, get K-Bop. Like, what do you want to eat? K-Bop?
K-Bop.
Yeah, you already know.
So that night, at midnight, that would have been our like anniversary. And I was like, okay, let's do gifts. So I ended up giving him his gift.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I suck at getting gifts. I'm gonna let you know that now. I suck at getting gifts. Suck like trash. Trash.
Well, I had been thinking between like 2 different things or a couple different things. And when it all came down to it, I was like, this is probably the easiest thing for me to get. I know it's something that he needs. I know it's something that he'll want. And he'll definitely enjoy it. I think he's going to get it. So the actual day, I didn't have the laptop with us because it hadn't come in yet. So I basically gave him, he thought he knew what he was getting. So I gave him a shoe box.
I love shoes.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do. It was a Jordan, black and red, which I was like, oh, that's my favorite color too. Red? It's the 11s, I believe, or the 12s. I was like, ooh, they fire. No cap, I picked up the box. I was like, these some heavy shoes, boy. Why is it so heavy? These some heavy shoes.
I tried to put water in there to make it have some weight because I knew the box was empty.
I was like, I'm rocking with it. Oh, well, I'm rocking with it. I'm really nervous. I opened it up, as you can see, it's a box full of, well, first of all, the first thing was like, you know, a little paper that comes in like this shoebox. Unravel it. It's a bag full of water. I'm like, water?
Water.
Confused. So I dumped the water. I keep searching. It's a paper there that's have like literally the MacBook on there with the date that the MacBook is gonna come. I was like, what is this? I was like, are you serious? I was like, bro, this is a horrible joke. If this is a prank, because you know she be pulling pranks on me. If this is a prank, this is not cool. This is not cool at all.
Bro, you lying, bro. Don't play with me like that, bro.
Are you gonna tell us what you got?
Because if I say, nah, bro, this a lie, bro. Bro, where you printed this out at? Why Kinko's let you do this?
Not Kinko's.
Baby, you did not buy me a MacBook.
I did.
No,
Happy
way.
anniversary. I can't wait till it comes in. It still hasn't come in, but
no, it was like one of the sweetest gifts I ever got because I really need a laptop. Every laptop I have, as you know, has been hand-me-downs. So this was really sweet and really a good gesture. I keep it in a box.
okay, so he hasn't gotten a case and stuff for it. So he keeps it in the box still.
No way.
But we working on it.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. So the next day, which was Thursday, is our half anniversary. I'll make that word up. And you know, I gotta wake up early, got 7 o'clock class. And she left the building. Well, I wouldn't say the building, I thought she left the building. But she went to go get breakfast.
It's not even morning, I got breakfast on my mind. I need a number 2, a number 4, 2 number 9.
Which I think that was super cute because she's not a morning person at all. So I think the gesture was pretty dope, to say the least. It was pretty dope.
And that day, after he finished his class and everything, we went to painting with a twist.
Yes.
Our first time, and it was so dope.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to get his painting. I didn't have mine because I'm at his house.
This is the gist of it. It sucks. Hers is better than mine, but this is what we had to paint. I really had no confidence at the beginning. Ain't no catch to you. But yeah, this is what we drew.
Yeah, so it was super fun. I think I really, really enjoyed it. And as much as I thought, oh, it's gonna be kind of stressful because I want it to come out nice and look great, the person who was instructing the class or leading the class was super patient and gave clear instructions that really helped you to get it done. And honestly, I would definitely do that for another date because I really enjoyed it.
Of course, it's painting with a twist. Twist is BYOB, whatnot. So they had like a birthday group that was there that they were celebrating as well. So I think the vibe overall was pretty dope, to say the least.
Super dope.
Yeah.
The class ended late, so we ended up going to Whataburger rather than Olive Garden for our anniversary. But that night, we actually got back to the hotel and played Truth or Dare until we just were like, okay. I'm tired.
I'm really sad, yeah.
Which was interesting. I think that we love the game of Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
We play it whenever.
It gets deep, you know. We ask those, not those typical questions, but we ask those in deep questions about like your childhood.
Like, do you believe in corporal punishment for your kids?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
deep like that, you know, where you get to understand a little bit about each other.
So now it's the day after our anniversary, and that Olive Garden that we missed out on our anniversary, we decided to get that day after.
Right. You think we wasn't gonna go?
Don't know what you thought.
Before this, we went to H-E-B to try and pick up some wine. So when we got there, he wanted to try one of the wines on their menu. So we normally don't ask for recommendations, but we asked the waiter for a recommendation, and she said, there's this red wine that is super fire. Like, I had it the other night for the first time, and I've been working here for 4 years, and it is the best red wine that I've ever tasted. I almost drank the entire bottle.
I thought she was capping, no cap. Because that's exactly what I was looking for, was like a sweeter red wine. And the fact that she said that, I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear anything else. Let me get it. Let me taste it. And at Olive Garden, you can sample wine. So she let me sample it.
That's delightful.
I'll take the bottle.
You want the whole bottle? I'll take the bottle. To go.
Yeah, and we ended up exchanging or like returning the other wine from HEB so he could have that one.
Absolutely.
And like he said, we thought that she was like telling a tale, and her boyfriend also worked there.
Yeah.
And so he came around and he's like, yeah, the other night we almost drank an entire bottle together. And I was like,
oh, she wasn't capping.
so she telling the truth.
Telling the truth.
Okay.
That's what's up.
But yeah, so that's now one of his faves because he is able to enjoy a red wine now.
Actually went in the fridge right now. But it was dope, man. The whole night experience. We ended up going back to the hotel and playing a little game of Jumanji.
Jumanji, a game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind. You roll the dice to move your token, doubles gets another turn, and the first player to reach the end wins. You want to play?
And we started playing it and borderline got addicted because then we were like, oh my gosh, let's tell all our friends so we can play when we're in a group with them.
For sure.
And that's pretty much how we ended our night.
We kind of wanted to get some rest because we had to pack up the next day.
Yeah.
So we thought. So we wake up Saturday and, you know, we got to be at the hotel at 11 or 12. And honestly, here's my thought process. I was working literally Tuesday through Friday in our half-anniversary week. And the time I got to spend with her was very minimal. It was literally at night, late afternoon, and by that time, I'm tired, I'm drained. I have to get back up and do it all over again. So we had to make a tough decision. It was really on me. I mean, she was down with whatever. You know, she was like, well, if we go back to Houston on Saturday, we could just spend some time. I was like, no. She freaking loved this hotel. You know what? I'm gonna go book us another night. It was a little bit expensive, but like I said, she's worth every coin. So I think booking a hotel was a no-brainer for us to do. And we just relaxed, you know.
Now we did do something. We actually went to go see Broken Heart Gallery.
Which was another dope movie.
Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
That movie was so fire. And I guess because I could relate so much to, like, I'm one of those people who hoard stuff. And not even from exes, just in general, I hoard a lot of stuff. But yeah, we went and watched that movie and it was really good. Yeah. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. So would you say On the Bathroom Walls was better, or?
Nah, I'm definitely.
You definitely with the Broken Heart?
I'm definitely with Broken Heart Gallery.
I figured that.
For sure.
I definitely figured that.
Yeah, so after that, we went to get, or actually before that, we got K-pop again, and we got two so that we could bring one to Houston. Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
It's not as good after the first day, honestly. Yeah. It's not one of those meals that I think is like good for leftovers.
I think I made a bad decision by telling us to put it in the
car. So we didn't have enough. We didn't have enough room in the mini fridge because the mini fridge was so small. So we were trying to have this cheesecake in there and all this stuff. So we were like, okay, the beef bulgogi is fresh, so let's just leave it in the car because it's pretty chill outside, so it'll be okay. But I think it wasn't a good idea.
Chose the cheesecake over the K-pop. Never again.
Not a good decision.
Stupid.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Never again.
But yeah, I think we thoroughly enjoyed that day together because, like he said, he'd been working the whole trip, and this was the first day outside of Monday when we were driving there that he had off. Yeah. So we thoroughly enjoyed each other. It sucked having to wake up early. But.
For sure. I really didn't just want to drive on my other day off and drive back down to Houston only to be tired again. So Saturday ended in a great time. Overall, we both enjoyed the trip and enjoyed each other's company. Those of y'all that are dating or want date. I would say enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, and take those little staycations, take those little mini trips, because when you travel, you really do get to know someone. But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed this video.
For sure.
And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment down below. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
We out.